You are listening to Water Online Radio, broadcasting from AWWA ACE 2013, live in Denver, Colorado. This show is brought to you by WaterOnline.com, enabling water industry professionals to make informed decisions. WaterOnline.com. Now that's clear. And now, here are your hosts, Todd Schnick and Todd Youngblood.
Good afternoon from Denver, Colorado. This is day 2 of AWWA ACE 13 and Water Online Radio. I'm your host, Todd Schnick, joined by my friend and colleague, Todd Youngblood. Todd, we're a mile high and having a heck of a good day so far.
God, I love the whole idea of being a mile high. Somehow that's just different and fun. We ought to do that all the time.
Yeah, no, Denver could be a good headquarters for Dreamland Radio. I tell you, we have an exciting guest. Say hello to John Stevenson. He's with Brentwood Industries. Welcome to the show, John.
Thank you. Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Well, it's good to have you. Thanks for carving out some time to join us. John, could give us the 10,000-foot view of Brentwood Industries. Give us a little history. Tell us about what you do and how you serve your market.
All right. Well, Brentwood Industries is about 40 years in business. They have over 20 years experience in the water business, from selling cooling tower media to tube settlers and media to help with biological treatment. We also have chain and flight systems, one of the notable brands in the industry, Polychem Systems, and of course our SedVac vacuum cleaning sediment removal product, which I believe we're talking about this morning.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's exactly what I want to talk about. Why do I need a vacuum cleaner for a sedimentation basin?
Well, it's a good question, and perhaps we don't think about having to clean up these sedimentation basins. To really set the stage for that, we've got to tell you about this place in Ohio, small town Tiffin, Ohio. It's part of this big agricultural community, and as with a lot of surface water systems, you get a lot of sediment. But this agricultural area, you get a lot of runoff from the fields and whatnot, and it really helps to exacerbate this problem of sludge. And as requirements get stricter and stricter, and you add more coagulants, now you've got even more sludge settling out in these sedimentation basins. And there's two ways to clean it. You can do it manually, take the basins down, stop billing water, lose productivity, put people at risk for safety, especially in the wintertime when there's water and ice. Or you can remove it with an automatic removal system, some kind of vacuum, or even a chain and flight, some kind of scraper system to push it to a sump and remove the sediment. But either way, you've got to get it out of there so that you can prevent short-circuiting and other problems.
How does that impact the end user? Most people don't even know what the heck sludge is or that it even exists. How does it manifest itself long-term?
Well, long-term, you've got to have clean water. And so we like to think about cleaning America's water. And these vacuum systems help to get the sludge out. So the purified water is at the top and is being drawn out through the effluent troughs or whatnot, and the sludge is at the bottom. And if you have the sludge build up, all of a sudden you've got to take the tank down to clean it out. And if you don't do that, you short circuit. If you short circuit, you might get a knock on the door from the EPA or whatever authorities
you don't want that.
On top of that. And you want to have clean water and no problems. So,
John, I can't help but have this image in my head of a buddy's pool that lives in Florida, and they got creepy crawly thing running around the bottom of the pool. I mean, is that the right image I should have? Well, it's got to be more sophisticated than that.
It is a little bit more sophisticated, but that's a good image. In fact, we kind of got started, Brentwood did, with a product from Sweden called Wida. And this was an electric rover type thing that went back and forth with an underwater electric drive and cleaned up. But what we found is that not every application was perfect for an underwater electric drive. It needed something more reliable, like a cable drive system, which we've helped to develop over the last couple of years. And people in the industry use cable drives very frequently. It's a very reliable method because the sediment in America is very thick, very highly concentrated. It's not like you're cleaning glacier water, which you could probably just drink without doing any treatment, which is where this Swedish product came from. And while it has its applications, we have many of those in service today, we find that these cable-driven products that we use for SedVac is reliable. And the way it's designed is to scrape the floor and clean all the way down to the basin floor. It's got a 4-inch high intake that engulfs this sludge blanket. And the triangle headers help to funnel this sludge to the discharge outlet so we can consistently and reliably clean the basin floor.
I got to tell you, when I'm the image in my head of this vacuum cleaner, I'm thinking of Dysons and Hoovers and Good Housekeeping seals of approval and Consumer Reports and all that. I mean, does it compare to something like that?
Well, It does compare. I know it. I wish we had consumer reports for these vacuum systems because it would be really nice to be able to see those little red dots and the half filled and the black and the bullseyes to say, this is where we rank on each of these categories and how you should measure it. Now, we probably make a lot more noise in a Dyson, but we're probably also a lot more expensive too.
Probably just a bit.
Just a bit. It's a different industry. But if you look across the board, what do you want a vacuum to do when you're cleaning a sedimentation basin? It's not just, I need to go clean the vacuum and vacuum my floor today. It's, I want this thing to work no matter what type of influent quality I have, and to reliably clean the floor throughout all the different changes. I mentioned Tiffin, Ohio. Sometimes it would have a loading of 2,000 NTU coming in a very flashy season. They've got to have that reliability, even if there's ice on top of the basin, because it gets very cold there, so that it consistently cleans the floor, rather than have to take that down and have problems with various vacuum systems that may be out there.
John, talk a little bit about differentiation. What makes Brentwood different and sets you apart from other providers?
Well, one is our engineering, our process engineering, which we have invested heavily in this industry to get the professional people to be able to engineer each system that we design. Each one is custom designed so that we can meet the process requirements of the plant.
All right, now, are you exhibiting here at ACE?
We are exhibiting.
Please tell me I can come and see one of these things.
Come see one of these things. We have it. It moves back and forth.
Oh.
We've got this fantastic control panel because the brains of this system is really in our controls and our control philosophy, which is process engineered back to what makes us different.
We are going to move our studio over there, and we're going to live broadcast and do a live demo of this thing.
That would be great. We would love to demo on the radio because nothing makes the sound of a vacuum like the sound of a vacuum.
Outstanding. Any other goals and objectives here at the show?
We just want people to know that we've got solutions for water, and Brentwood is a reliable name in the industry. We have professional engineers that can help provide solutions to any plant out there in water or wastewater, and we're here to help.
Outstanding. John, before I let you go, how can people get in touch with you and learn more about Brentwood Industries?
www.brentwoodindustries.com. We're in Reading, Pennsylvania. Look us up on the internet and come by and see us at booth 7030 here at the show.
John Stevenson with Brentwood Industries. It was great to have you. Thanks so much for stopping by and joining us.
Thank you very much.
All right. That wraps this segment. On behalf of our guest, John Stevenson, my co-host, Todd Youngblood, and all of us at Water Online, I'm Todd Schnick. Stick around for another exciting conversation. Water Online Radio. We'll be right back.